Stage 1. Morning warm-up.
It's early in the morning, and the house is still quiet. Before I jump into my day, I like to give myself a little time to warm up and wake my body gently. I roll out my yoga mat in the living room and stand for a moment, just breathing. I take a few deep breaths, letting the cool morning air calm my mind. Then I slowly stretch out my arms overhead and feel my shoulders loosen. I bend forward a little, reach toward my toes, and let my back relax. Nothing fast or intense, I just move around lightly to loosen up the tight spots. Sometimes I rotate my neck or circle my wrists and ankles, especially if I slept in a weird position. As I stretch, I remind myself to take it slow. There's no need to rush. It's only a few minutes, but they help me feel more awake and connected to my body. This gentle warm-up makes my muscles feel less stiff and helps me move more easily for the rest of the day.
Stage 2. Going for a jog.
After finishing my warm-up, I put on my shoes and head outside for a light jog. The air is cool and a little crisp, and it feels refreshing as soon as I step out the door. I like this part of the morning, it's quiet, and there aren't many people around yet. I start jogging at a very easy pace, just enough to get my body moving. I remind myself to pace myself and not rush into running too fast. At this stage, I'm simply trying to find a steady pace that feels comfortable and natural. As I move, I can feel my heart rate slowly rising. My breathing becomes a bit heavier, and after a few minutes, I'm slightly out of breath. But it's the kind of tiredness that feels good rather than overwhelming. Sometimes I look around the neighborhood or the trees along the path. Other times, I just listen to the rhythm of my steps and the sound of my breathing. Running like this isn't about speed or distance, it's more about clearing my mind and enjoying a quiet moment before the day gets busy. Even a short, relaxed jog helps me feel more awake and gives me a little boost of energy for the rest of the day.
Stage 3. Strength training at home.
After my jog, I head back home and grab a quick drink of water. Once I catch my breath, I do a bit of strength training in my living room. I don't use heavy equipment, just a pair of light dumbbells and a resistance band. I start with a few warm-up reps to get my joints moving. As I lift the dumbbells, I remind myself to keep proper form and engage my core. Good form helps me avoid unnecessary strain, especially when I'm getting tired. Then I move into my main exercises, a couple of sets of squats, lunges, and some simple upper body exercises. I don't focus too much on counting the exact number of reps. Instead, I go by feel, doing enough to make my muscles work, but not so much that I push myself too hard. Sometimes my legs start shaking a little during the last few reps. And sometimes my arms feel heavier than usual. But I know that's just part of the process. When that happens, I slow down, breathe steadily, and keep my movements controlled. What I like about this home workout is that it doesn't have to be long or complicated. Even a short session helps me feel stronger and reminds me that small, consistent efforts really do add up over time.
Stage 4. Cooling down.
Once I finish my exercises, I take a few minutes to cool down. Cooling down helps my breathing return to normal and gives my muscles a chance to relax. I stand next to a chair and gently stretch my legs, especially my calves and quads. I hold the stretch for a little longer than usual because they tend to feel tight after squats and lunges. I can feel the tension easing bit by bit as I stay in the stretch. Next, I sit down and stretch my lower back and shoulders. I move slowly, paying attention to any spots that feel stiff or sore. I'm not trying to push hard, just letting my body unwind naturally. These few minutes of stretching help prevent my muscles from getting too tight. And they really make a difference in how I feel for the rest of the day. Without a proper cool down, I usually end up feeling stiff later, so this part is worth the time. As I finish, I feel calm and relaxed. It's a simple routine, but ending my workout this way makes me feel refreshed, grounded, and ready to take on whatever comes next.
Alright, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.